cat's out the bag at this point. Social media is kind of dubious at best. It's not to say it doesn't have some positive attributes. It can be educational. Maybe you can connect with others on it. But in actuality, it's primarily people judging others and then judging themselves and getting enraged. And I don't think anyone would argue about this for a platform like Instagram, for example. But Strava's a little different, right? It's kind of this positive oasis. You can only give kudos. No one's dragging anyone in the comments. It's just this place where weirdos, like-minded people, come together and are sharing what they like to do with the world. When it comes down to it, though, Strava is about two things: the miles and the watts. And I hate to break it to you, but you're getting judged for your Strava. You ever wondered why someone didn't follow you back? It's because your average speed's too low. Or it's because your last 3 months look like a seismograph. And some of you put on a pretty good facade, but ultimately it's not that hard for us to see through the cracks. You could go on a big ride, 4 hours, 4.5 hours out, but you had an hour and a half of stoppage time. Or you did an interval session, that's great, that's what the pros do. But we went into the browser version and we saw that you were actually kind of spiky on the pedals, didn't spend that much time in the intended zone. Or you titled a ride Zone 2, or even Recovery. And we went into the power distribution by zone graph and saw that you spent 11 minutes at threshold. Now, let's take Instagram. We've all seen the posts where girl goes on vacation, posts like 10 pictures. Most of them nice, artistic vibe of her Airbnb, maybe a sunset, some meals, architecture. But then 2 of the pictures are ass out bikini pics. Are you trying to share your vacation with us, or are you trying to launch an OnlyFans? Strava is no different. Are you training or not? So you have these posers. But you can also go a little bit too far in the other direction. I know you've seen them. Let's call them the exhibitionists. These are the people who do a hard session, maybe a threshold test, and they're one of the fast guys. And the title is 370 for 20. Now back to Instagram. Let's imagine a really attractive woman or an attractive guy. The woman posts a picture in a revealing dress and heels. The guy posts an abbed out, shirtless pic. And the caption is, "This is the hottest I've ever looked." We know you did 370 for 20. We follow you for the watts. And you also have your excuse makers. These are the types of people who finish mid-pack in a race and in the description they say bunched in on the final sprint. or they got dropped with 20 minutes to go, and the description is cramps. So you mean to say that the 40 people who finished in front of you got lucky to not get boxed in? Or took care to have a proper dinner and breakfast so they didn't cramp up? These people are always going to exist. Your posers, exhibitionists, the excuse makers. And you also have your over posters, under posters, selfie abusers, amateur photographers, cross trainers, bird watchers, stat hiders, runners. But aside from that, Strava's a really healthy online community.